Like, again, you know, everybody is trying out new stuff, right? They're experimenting. They're trying to see, you know, what is good, what's going to be the best. What do you feel is like the optimal build currently?
I've been liking the double bracers, power treads, like Echo Saber type stuff into then having. I mean, Maelstrom is still good, but I think Echo Saber gives you really nice mix of damage and stats. Seen that be pretty successful. Both teams smoking out here. Jakiro dangerously walking out, but he is.
Well, Stinger has found 4 people, but clings to the safety of his tower. Everybody's thrown out their mid wards too, so.
Stoikov just looking for some vision on mid. He is running into the tower attack range here, but he's not getting shot, so that tells him there's no vision on mid.
As one Sebas wanders over, he'll take one little pop shot, but. What other teams has Stoikov been on?
I can't remember top of my head, but I definitely have seen him a lot. So.
I've seen the name, yeah.
I'll have to look it up for you. I'll see. You can keep an eye on the players.
Because I feel like a lot of the other players are pretty well known, right? KP, Zephyr. But Stoikov is one that I myself do not know as much about as I'd like.
He played on Ivy before, so that was mix. A lot of players have played on.
I remember.
Yeah, in the EU DPC.
This poor Zeus took so much harass though in this mid lane. A little bit of pressure over 1 to H1.
A lot of damage coming out, and we see the classic little starter pause here. Go immediately comes out, so didn't need that much time.
Who was it that used to need to like use the washroom before every game? It was an NA player, and he used to drive. I want to say it was PPD. He used to like get really frustrated with him. I can't.
Just needed to wash his face regularly, you know.
Apparently. Saw that barrel getting rolled out by Oscar, but they'll trade back and forth with Minos. He's taken a lot of damage. No regen on this guy either. It's going to have to be baby-fed some tangos from Stinger.
Yeah, he will get some regen when he gets levels, but for now, doesn't have it. He fakes out the stun, and Weaver reacts with Shikuchi, so nice little bait there. Once he gets the Chaos Strike, he'll have some form of sustainability at least.
Now, what priority would you put to like have a sentry in lane when you're up against a Weaver?
I think it's very critical that you have it, because otherwise you can't target him ever. So obviously the pulls are important, but yeah, they do get a little bit of a catch on him here, but he scurries away to the tree line. They're committing though.
Got the blood grenade.
That's a long cooldown on that Shikuchi.
I think this is a kill for Minos. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. He's a little bit more damage and the Shikuchi away. Not today.
The bait too. Demon stuck around there and just waited for the Chaos Knight to commit his stun, and he did. So now he has very low mana. Plus at least get a lot of magic stick charges in his lane, so he'll get the mana back. Stoikov
has really embraced the South American.
I was just about to say, he is, he is immersing himself into it.
Did someone tell him this isn't a pub? This isn't official?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
And the pubs especially, you know, they're doing that.
Oh, we have a bit of issue here for the Oracle getting caught against 2 level 2 heroes.
He's leading them on a merry chase. Toss back here. Follow up. Is HFN gonna be able to keep him? No. It's a very dead Oracle.
Yeah. Interesting as well to see the skill build here. The difference between a mid Pango, off lane Pango, not going for a point in swashbuckle yet. He held off, went for Lucky Shot, because you use so much mana with the Shield Crash double jump anyway. So this way he has, you know, more mana efficiency, you could say. If he had both skills, then you would need that bottle to spam them. So interesting. I didn't think about that being a difference for the offlane Pango.
Gosh, remember when Lucky Shot would cause you to just like get disarmed or whatnot?
Yeah, the full disarm.
Yeah.
Dear God, it was pretty strong back then.
Mid players just mauling all the times. Like, it's not even skill based.
Yeah. Can't
What
CS.
is this nonsense?
Nothing more frustrating. It was basically like a tinker, but he didn't have to cast laser. He just hits you when it happens.
I don't think they have quite enough damage to finish off Oscar down here. Although Demon's also quite low. No regen over on Weaver or Broommaster.
Yeah, they need that Lotus. That's all the regen they're going to have in this lane right now.
Yeah, look at Oscar. He's like, oh, come on. The relief when you're able to grab it. And Minos is happy with this because he's just allowing him to last hit, no problem.
Oh, Demon? Are you in trouble? Actually, it is Frost Facet, so he's just dead.
Yeah.
Interesting to see you went Frost Facet even with the support Jakiro. More commonly seen on the course, but it's a lot of damage when you pop that in your dual breath.
What do you think the mentality behind, you know, taking Frost as a support is? Because generally we see it for those right-click builds.
I think it's stronger actually for hero kills. Obviously, you lose pushing. They're gonna go for the kill here over on the
So
Brewmaster
good
too.
Oscar.
I mean, it's working out for him. Top lane, a lot of creeps here for Dire. So their lane is really pushed, but hard for them to come up and see us this far up. They're gonna go for a pull on the big camp to reset the lane a little bit. Oracle. Gonna get the lane back. As Rubik helps.
Getting grabbed up by Stoico. Oh, Zephyr coming over to the side here.
Yeah, that means
Going
double
to
rune.
Get that rune for him, yeah.
You're
Feels
so happy.
good when your supports do that.
Yeah, so happy as a Zeus there getting the double refill. Top lane, meanwhile, they did do some damage to Pango, but with a double bracer and the shield crash really keeping you alive. That barrier.
Feels like they just identified the fact that Zephyr walked away, so they're like, we gotta do something. We gotta do something here.
Yeah. Oh, Weaver. Wants a
Courier snipe, potentially. Almost getting dragged back here. We'll get hit here by Minos, followed up with the bolt. But losing the Weaver.
Gets the crit as well, very nice. He did miss, you know, some CS for it, but you have to help your support. Otherwise, the Weaver is too obnoxious to deal with for Jakiro.
And they do have the sentry in lane now as well to ensure they can keep tabs on the Weaver.
This bottom lane is working out really well for them. Radiant having a good outcome down there. Brewmaster still finding some farm, but not really doing fantastic.
I mean, it's scary, right? Because you've got multiple ways to slow, stun, reposition. If you don't have your support there,
Yeah.
it's just very, very spooky.
We saw TP bottle refill mid by the Weaver, so at least the poor Ember who didn't get a room before gets some bottle refill.
Again, a little bit of play. Do you have the vision over onto Demon? You know that he's particularly squishy as they get the kill on HFN. They'll find a kill on Demon bottom lane. Oscar is trying to poke away, but not gonna be able to manage top lane. A little bit of a hide and go seek. He's looking for him. Chan's like, no, 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 no. They still have that one creep there, tanking the tower. It looks like Chan will survive. That's a salve.
He'll make it out, but looking at this Weaver, he has to walk of shame now. At least a good hero to walk of shame. Shukuching down to bottom lane, but his Brewmaster all alone.
Yeah, he wanted the Lotus so bad, and Stinger was just in the right place, right time. This is not looking good for Oscar. He's pretty fast, though. Might be able to escape. They're really kind of charging on him. They want this, Minos. Is he going a little bit too far, though, is the question. Maybe one more hit should be able to do it. The drag back, there it is. And now they'll just take off the Weaver bugs and head back to lane. 7 minutes are coming up. You can see that they will ping it out. Curious if Stinger will go for it, but looks like you're going to see Sebas making his way over.
Poor Weaver almost having more impact for his enemy team right now. That's just 70 gold for killing the 2 bugs, you know?
HFN is just getting bullied by Zephyr up here. TP's coming in, though, from Oracle.
He's running.
It's a dead Stinger.
Nice boss back.
Look at this, though. The absolute audacity. They end up losing Zephyr, but they'll lose their position 1.
Not a good trade for you. You commit so much to kill the Rubik there. Rubik had a fair fire as well. I think he would have died no matter what, though. But yeah, he baits nicely there. Meanwhile, KP was farming a lot, and now he has level 6 on that Pango, so lane is only gonna get scarier this stage.
And he can also stop by and grab that Wisdom Rune on his way back to lane. So that feels even nicer, even though he missed out on the experience of the kill.
Jakiro winning the D-ward war. That's a nice thing for Jakiro right now. The fact that he has 2 attacks whenever he auto-attacks. So if you want a D-ward against the Jakiro and he's there, he usually wins those. Just like a small thing, but it's so neat.
Trying to make up for his turn rate.
Yeah.
Rolling Thunder top lane. Thinking about coming through. So follow-up. Minos, nobody expects the position 1 to gank top lane. So they'll just keep moving on HFN and get themselves a nice tidy kill
Also, really good reaction as well to this. Tiny just died before, and then they recognize that, say, okay, let's shut him down when he TP's in. So he just TP'd in top, and they make this move. Really great recognition to bring a lot of heroes over here, and that will definitely be a tower falling. No way to defend this.
See Minos go right back bottom. Back to farming. He's done what he came to do.
Yeah, Ember has a haste rune, so he's the one I'm looking towards now to maybe come online, maybe move bottom, cut down this TK.
Oscar's getting a point. There's just no split for him, so he's not gonna be able to do much of anything. Sebas makes his way downtown, though. He's gonna put a little bit of pressure. Doesn't feel like he feels safe enough to dive the tower.
He's lacking mana. If he had mana to commit Flame Guard and his remnants.
Yeah,
not quite enough to commit for that dive. Things just not really working out here at all for NoPing. They will get the level 6 on Brewmaster soon, though, and they need to make plays around it. Ember is sticking around bottom. He wants to fight here.
There's a courier. Spots out Sebas.
Oh, no armlet for him.
It's gonna be pieces from Minos' Arlet. Oscar bottom lane just trying to lock him down long enough. He doesn't have the 6. They managed to get the kill. Now Minos, he's taking a lot of damage, but the Rolling Thunder coming on through Disruption will be able to get the kill onto Minos. Don't get Demon. They're still looking for Sebas. He's pretty fast. Need to get a little bit more damage. Ring around the Rosie. They'll find it with the TP from Stoikov. The hop down they want, Chad. Pretty bad here. Can they close the distance, though? It's looking like might be able. No, they really wanted it. They just dive right past that tier 1. No problem. A little bit low on mana over here on the Zeus, but
the double jump looks so silly when you chase after someone. KP just hopping after there with the shield crash twice. But another handedly won fight for them. They did just burst the Brewmaster. He, didn't get a chance to pop out his ulti. We see the chain stun potential.
He still didn't have 6, I don't think, during that fight.
No, yeah, he didn't have it. He has 6
like,
now.
right
I think,
beforehand.
Yeah, I think
they used the Zeus ulti and just like burst him down enough. Oh.
Yeah, it's really great timing.
Beautiful.
Good move after good move here by Leviathan. Just looking on point.
Do you have a double damage bottled over onto Sebas? So
neutral item. Tiny? He left it. CK just stole his neutral item.
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. I guess he considers that retribution for the fact that his items will be a little bit light. Smoke play coming out from the side of NoPing, though. They do have the 6 online for Brewmaster this time, so could potentially make something happen. Top lane, though, again, this pressure on HFN just never seems to let up. They had a nice stolen avalanche from Zephyr, and they'll make sure that they make good use of it. Over in the mid lane, might be able to get Stinger. Do manage it, but Sebas took so much damage while he was doing that chase. I'm surprised, actually.
Yeah, Sebas was sort of baiting it as well, and in the end, his team swings around, so they get a nice kill there, but they don't commit the fight. Brewmaster not ulting for the tower and pushing, goes back to bottom. I feel like maybe they needed to get even more going for them there, but just gonna go back to farming. Maybe he can at least work towards his Radiance on bottom lane for a bit, but KP is running at him.
Look at the net worth right now. If you're HFN, you feel sad. You're 3.6k versus 6.2k on Minos.
This is really uncommon as well, because usually safe lane Tiny is really hard to punish. It's one of the big things about the hero as a carry is that the first 10 minutes, it can be like running into a brick wall trying to gank this Tiny. He's too tanky, he just stands there and keeps farming. So you hold your safe lane tower and leave your carry to farm there. But in this game, we're not seeing that at all. They have definitely shown they have the damage to bring him down. They have the skills to make the rotations as well. And he needs to find somewhere to come back in this game.
So I have a question for you, and this might be silly, so apologies in advance, right? So you've got the 2 facets on Tiny. You've got the Insurmountable, which typically is the one that you'll take for, a Tiny that's going to be more of that safe lane core. But you've also got Crash Landing. And would it have been beneficial with the way that Leviatan is playing that he went for like a faster, more like, I guess, mid sort of Tiny build where you take that Crash Landing and you're just up in their faces constantly? I mean, that's not really HFN style, right? But like, would that have been another way to play this? When you have an Ember on the team and a Brew?
You could maybe play more aggressive with some points and stuff, but I think ultimately it's very risky to do it because
Okay.
you're not that strong, even if you try to go for those things. And the insurmountable it's just too good to pass up for carry tinies.
Okay.
But I am a big fan of the crash landing facet if you're playing mid or off lane or support. It actually does an absurd amount of damage when you toss. But just from this safe lane, I think he's kind of locked into this.
Understood. Zephyr, go toss down. It's gonna get rooted into place. Zep is coming back in. Nice little bit of slight. Can they finish off Demon now? Yeah, they can. So they get themselves. Oh, they get themselves Demon and Chan.
Oh boy.
A twofer.
Yeah, that Zeus ulti doing a lot of work, and the Weaver still level 5, doesn't have his ulti, so I thought that he got bursted before he could ulti, then I click him and realize, oh wait, you're still 5. 12 minutes in, poor guy is not having a good game at all here. That laning stage bottom. Yeah, I mean the lane was just completely brutalized.
I have to say, I'm loving that Minos is being very active this game on his Chaos Knight. I'm a big fan of this because I feel like for the longest time in South America, it was, you know, like HFN is known for playing, right? Excellent farmer. Ektor also was that for a long time, but they've made this change, some of them anyways, where they're just, you know, joining in on ganks, or they're at least, you know, farming in the area that their team is. And I love that. I love it.
Yeah, some heroes you can activate very early, and you should recognize the power, and that's what, you know, CK is known for. He has very early power spikes, goes for that armlet, becomes a bully. Now he has Orchid almost completed, and that's going to be a nice power spike, and then you have Blink. It's all just, you know, looking towards aggression, the natural sort of item progression for the hero. Let's do a little update here on items as well. What do we have for the, like, Ember? What is that coming out? Looks like he's going BKB first item. He has only the Ogre Axe at this point, so looking pretty rough for him.
Yeah, I feel like that feels so bad to have to go BKB first.
It's not what you want to do, that's for sure. If you have a good game, you go Maelstrom or something. This is a reactive build to the chain stunts that we see. And he needs it. Against the Orchid on CK, I don't disagree. He's going to have to go for a Dispel.
Smoked up behind KP, trying to bait a little bit. Scooching around, they'll find themselves a target over here in Sebas, but he's already out. He's smart. He's got his remnant up.
Using the illusion rune there to disjoint the cast a little
bit. The Shikuchi steal! Every Rubik loves that, besides Free Dance, right?
Yeah. He only wishes his enemy Weaver was a little bit higher level so he could have max Shikuchi. What is this, level 3?
What is this nonsense? Get out of here.
Yeah, that is an amazing spell to have. Basically turns him into a like plus 1500 net worth impact hero right now, it feels like.
Looks like Rubik went for the Frugal Filch.
Yeah.
Instead of the
mana cost reduction instead of the AoE. Not going for a massive I don't know, avalanche in this game. But the mana cost reduction, I mean, he has 36 mana cost for casting his Shikuchi right now. It feels super nice. Okay,
yeah, so we looked at Ember. Ember's going for the BKB.
Yeah. Tiny has his Echo Saber, and Brew is the one we're kind of waiting for on NoPing for them to be able to make a move in this game. They're 9,000 gold behind, but they need this Radiance. He is 3.3k gold, so Relic is very close. But that doesn't really change anything. He needs the Radiance before he can threaten anything. So this bottom tower being set up by Leviatan, probably not going to be defended.
But our boy Oscar, he made sure he got that magic wand.
He did.
He saw what happened in that other game, was like, nope, I'm going to have mana for this.
You better buy a magic wand if you play against the Zeus and Rubik and Pango, all these heroes.
That's going to be bottom tower. And Zephyr doing a little bit of scouting over here. Stinger in a nice position. Just kind of hiding out in the tree line. Waiting for the perfect steal.
Throwing a question mark towards the tier 2 tower, looking to at least force out a glyph here. They're probably not expecting to get this tower here, as a glyph could just kill the creep wave, but they are at least pushing it. This is where that fire facet would have been nicer for Jakiro, right? So it's a trade-off, but I do believe he chose the right facet since he dominated his lane.
They really want this tower. They're using the Phantasm and everything. They're trying to push them into
Yeah.
Ooh, they're beelining towards Sebas here in the mid lane. So up the Shikuchi on Zephyr. Gonna wander over, but again, Sebas has his remnant out. Safe. They'll take the tier 2.
That was probably closer than expected there, that he could have gotten nuked. The Zeus ulti was ready. If he got the telekinesis on him, could probably have been dangerous for him. Yeah, we have great control right now by Leviatan, just playing the map. I like that Stinger is even going on preparing the ancient stack a little bit here. Making sure to maximize the map. Oh, did they spot the Brewmaster down here somehow? They pinged him.
Just a little bit too close to the outpost. Yeah, they see him. They ping it.
Oh, I think they saw with the ward pop that he went down there through the gates.
Homeboy is sitting pretty low here with mana. So I just
Why am I
right
watching?
past him.
What? But there's a ward. Zeus walked over a ward, ran
Yeah.
right past you, and then what?
I don't know. I
Is he
don't know.
getting
But there's
coffee?
Zephyr. Zephyr ends up dying here, Sebas. Trying to make a little bit more space. There's so many fights breaking out everywhere. Chan ends up dying, the Oracle, but Minos still trying to finish off Demon. We'll be able to find it. Didn't quite manage the Ember, but 3 dead on the side of NoPing, and various portions of the map at this point.
They're bleeding all over the place, but that kill bottom should not have happened. That was a complete freebie for the Zeus. And yeah,
What's going on?
that's gonna delay the timing as well. The Radiance, like I said, is the thing they hinge their comeback on the most. Looking at Tiny though, he did go for a Blink Dagger second item here, so not going Shard, going for Blink, looking to come back into the game through aggression.
I think that's the right choice, though. I feel like you have to
Agree.
be aggressive at this point. You can't just keep... Because they're taking away so much of your jungle.
Yeah. You need somebody who can be fight ready and do something, and it's not going to be your offlaner at this point, so HFN, he has to, you know, take the reins here, go for a Zeus maybe?
Sebas poking around a little bit. The shield crash in case they jump on top of him. Sean getting into position, does have that
Oh no,
route.
Tiny's caught.
Lands over onto 2, but over on the side, HFN, he's just a little bit out of position. He's too far away from his team. Bit of a toss, but doesn't matter. Stoikov finishes him off with a bolt. And now Demon's gonna try to use that timeless. Let's go right past Stinger. There is a KP nearby, but looks like they're satisfied. They got another kill on the position 1 and didn't have to use very many resources to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice try to go for this Blink and look for aggressive plays, but this is the nightmare scenario if you do commit for this as well, right? You could be farming with a Shard and build towards that comeback. Now you looked for a fight, died, got nothing at all, and you just feel absolute despair if you're Tiny here.
I'm concerned that this Radiance is not going to be enough to staunch the bleeding.
It won't. It's,
Like, they need it. They absolutely need it, but...
I mean, they
just
already
feel
have...
like-
we haven't talked about item progression on the side of Leviathan, but, you know, they have Kaya Sancho on Zeus, they have BKB coming in for CK, and Rubik finding an Oracle here.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
The oppressive Zeus ulti as well, just revealing everyone's location, so they all have to scatter and run to safety. Even Stinger looking pretty tanky, going for the mech Pavis build that we saw in the previous game as well on the Witch Doctor in the previous series. The full tank support.
I feel like definitely his team is providing enough damage where it would be fun to go for your next item like the Axe, but not necessarily need a KP rolling on in. Showing Tiny how a real roller rolls. Sebas is here though. Okay, Stoikov joining into the fight. Rest of the side of NoPing making their way over, trying to force this because they know that they're split up. KP taking a lot of damage. The burst is there. They'll be able to get it. In comes Zephyr on the back lines. He wants HFN, but he knows he just doesn't necessarily have enough damage. Not until the rest of the team shows up. And he's just dancing around HFN, but he does have the sentry ward over to the side. Minos rooted in place. There it is. There's that BKB. He's going to try to use it. They're trying to run away at this point. Looks like that's going to be the case. Kid's going to be able to get out with a beautiful ice path from Stinger, slowing them down just like time. He will end up dying for this, but managing to get Minos out.
Yeah, actually, the Storm Illusions still take a terrible amount of damage as well from the Storm Panda, as it's 1000 damage, so gonna have to correct myself from earlier there. It's still very good against CK, it turns out. He clicked one Dispel there, and the Phantasm Illusions almost died. You don't completely get rid of them, but, you know, they take a ton of damage.
We're all learning. We're all learning, Waga. There's lots of stuff to see now.
So many
lots
changes.
of things to test.
Yeah, so many changes.
A lot of the times when you're testing, you're just like, wait, is that supposed to happen? And you're just like,
fermented
unsure.
wisdom runes. They have two of them here.
Delicious.
They're spreading the experience as well. CK wants one of them.
Stinger getting himself that liquid frost upgrade. That's pretty nice, especially against the tankier boys.
Oh, that's insane against Tiny, yeah. 2.5% of the max health damage per second. That's pretty damn good. We saw that they were missing the damage to bring down Tiny there before, and it's the benefit of the carry, right? He's really, really sustainable.
They're going to try to go for their own Tormentor here. I can see Sebas lining over.
Yeah. Setting up with a Swarm minus armoring a lot. Should be pretty easy for them.
You see Oscar whack, whack. And that'll be a nice little shard here for the Shikuchi upgrade.
Yeah, we see a Zeus ulti coming in right as he's dropping items on Brewmaster to try and maximize his heal. He takes a Zeus ulti to the face instead. Just maximize the damage. You played yourself.
Oh, they're going to catch Oscar here. They're on the high ground. Soiko shows himself, try to burst him down as quickly as possible so he can't get the split off. And whoop, in comes KP with a slam dunk.
Yeah, KP has the full Aghanims soon. 900 gold to go. And he has the full Aghanims as well. We see two Weavers chasing each other here. Rubik having a lot of fun.
And they're in the Roche pit.
Surprised to see Minos not going for the Blink Dagger yet. Still, you know, itemizing pretty safely here. High HP, sustainability. I guess the Heart next is good since the Brewmaster won't kill his illusions anymore if he gets tanky enough. Just kind of expected him to get a Blink Dagger with how dominant they are and how it would let him catch people a bit more.
But I feel like he's got such good supports who are able to get these catches, right? Because you've got the Rubik who's going to be able to get the lift. He's got the Shikuchi. You follow up with, you know, an ice path. Yeah. There's a lot of options. Like I understand what you're saying for sure, but I feel like at this point they're rolling as a crew. So. Yeah.
For sure, and Pango can even get in there and start stuff for him. So as long as he just runs towards the enemy, he'll get that fight. He'll connect on someone. Mid lane, bit of burst onto the Ember, but he's gonna be fine. Tiny though, looking for someone he can punish. Also, still no Shard Tiny. For a carry Tiny to not have Shard at 24 minutes is really rare. He's prioritizing getting the BKB next. I feel like it can be a bit of a trap to say, oh, but I need this item, I need this item. At some point, if you just bought the Shard, you would have farmed, you know, the gold towards it in the time that you farm as well.
Well, it's the investment in your future, right? And if you're not sure if you have a future, oh, that silence on Sebas. Nice save here, though, coming out from the Oracle. It's going to be able to keep him alive just a bit longer. Singer taking a lot of damage from HFN. Zephyr zipping around over on the side, but they'll get Chan, they'll get Zephyr and Stinger. A buyback coming out from Oracle, but I don't believe he has his ultimate, so I'm not sure what he's going to really be able to help do here. Mina's taking so much punishment, but this man has an Aegis. He's coming right back up again as KP causing chaos on the back lines, finishes off Sebas. They want HFN, and by God, they will get him.
Yeah, bring him
Weaver
down.
buying back during that too. That was costly, very, very costly.
Yeah, KP doesn't have much mana here to keep pacing as well. Still a pretty good fight for them. I don't think Leviatan are too happy, but they're gonna be the ones to still get a tower afterwards. And the buybacks are very painful here for NoPing.
Yeah, both the supports buying back, and again, the Oracle not having that false promise, having to use that earlier.
It was a nice save though. The save onto the Ember, he kept him alive and they got a lot out of it. But yeah, there's just too much. You can't save everybody. That's the one weakness of Oracle. You pick your favorites.
Lane, Oscar gonna try to just teleport out. They don't have Zephyr close enough to be able to get a lift, so he will survive.
No Shikuchi anymore. He lost it, so can't quite make that catch. Here we see the initial go. Good go onto the Ember and last second false promise and then run away. And they run people down. It was a good start to the fight, but due to that Aegis, you know, it changes the entire dynamic of the fight. That's why we saw them not focus the CK as well until they killed everyone else, basically.
If I'm an Oracle player, I'm just like spam clicking, like don't slide, trying to just time that just right so you don't miss.
Yeah.
With everything going on over there.
Nice positioning by him for sure. It's gonna get more compromised and more difficult though, as you know, we progress later into the game. The more items the CK and the Pango get, the harder Oracle's life will be. We see a Bloodthorn actually on Minos, not going for the heart they initially wanted.
I believe he had that. Did he have that in the last fight when they jumped in HFN? Well, I mean, dead HFN again, but... Rolling Thunder over the back lines. I see Chan. I want to get rid of this guy. They know that he is the healing force. And now Sebas. Ooh, he's taking so much damage. He's going to try to run away to a Remnant, but there's just no place for him to run from the side of Leviathan. That's a triple kill for Minos.
He tried to illusion dodge there. He held his BKB on the Ember. He tried to illusion dodge the stun from the CK, but it still landed on him. It looked a little bit odd. I thought that he would get the disjoint, but it still hit him.
I feel like there was a lot of things being thrown at him at the time too.
Yeah.
But definitely costly.
Yeah, I mean, they're bleeding a lot right now. The Brewmaster is trying to get something done on the other side of the map. Weaver is doing some ratting, but this is mid. And it's so much easier to crack high ground now. The glyph changes, you see them go for range racks first, not allowing that melee racks glyph reset. But that also... I don't know if they could have taken the melee racks if they went for it first, because the backdoor protection kicks in due to Weaver. Maybe they could have gotten the melee racks, I feel like. Hindsight is 2020, I guess, but at least they do some big damage. Gonna move towards top.
Look how close to the base Oscar is. He's just like, all right, they're not going to be coming home anytime soon. I'm going to farm up their camps.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we call Vinland. This is, you know, when all is despair, when people are fighting for whatever little farmland there is, then you have the dream of a green fields where you can get whatever you want, and this is it. The enemy edge of the map, Vinland. Also, Weaver has found his own little place farming on the enemy side. He checked for a wisdom rune, it wasn't there.
No, he just grabbed it.
Oh, he did grab it. Yeah, he did
just
get it.
grabbed
Never
it.
mind.
But they're losing towers. They're losing real estate very, very quickly. They're being colonized for the side of Leviathan.
Oh no.
Sebas. KP just playing a little bit here. Got the harpoon on him too.
Moving for that melee racks. They know there's no glyph available, so they can just kick in here. They don't have Phantasm, but doesn't matter much, I think.
Does not matter. Because they've got two cores that are just...
Oh,
okay, there it is. HFN just runs in with his face. Oh my god. All right, they managed to get the false promise off just in the nick of time, but he's just taking way too much punishment. It was a noble try, Chan, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough. And indeed, it is not. As they're just ripping through these heroes. A couple of the swarm getting tossed out. KP's taking some damage over here on the side. Trying to grab Demon. Doesn't look like they'll be able to quite finish him off at Sebas with the BKP. Looking for these slides, trying to find it, but Demon ending up dying. They really want KP. They just want to do a little bit more damage, and they will take him out. But now Oscar on the back lines. Minos just slapping away. And now Sebas in no man's land. No health, no mana. Just gonna play with their food a little bit. And there it is, the rampage for MNZ.
Beautiful way to wrap this game up for him, having a very, very clean performance.
He's got my back.
Okay,
so this is not gonna give up so easily.
Yeah, not over. They are throwing it into the throne still, though.
It is very spooky, though, when you have a Bloodthorn on your Chaos Knight. You know, and Minos says, all right, I'll pad my staff a little more.
Tiny is up soon. Yeah, they call it. There's no turning this.
Effort.
Very good effort, but in the end, Leviathan just looking very, very on point. Quick moves in the early game this game.
Hot and they're ready to get going.
Rushing down. I feel like when you insta-smoke, though, both of them did it in Fountain. When you insta-smoke, it's usually just to get the ward placement. If you want to kill, you usually smoke on tier 2 tower, because it gives you more time to hunt for the kill. So, yeah, we see, you know, Stoikov getting that nice placement here on the enemy side of the river. It's where you want that observer ward.
Stinger, are you aware of what's about to happen here? Yeah, drops the ward. It's gonna back off. I feel like I'm a big believer in the aggressive KP, the KPPB? KPPB, that's what we're calling it from now on. Just watching his Pangolier in the first game really makes me feel like this guy is going to be nonstop in your face.
Yeah, he got in there. It all comes down to how the lane is going to go for him, though. He is against an Ursa, which can be tricky. But early levels, even if you have Fury Swipes, it can be dangerous to commit on a Trample plus Onslaught Primal Beast, just, you know, turning the damage onto you. I like the standoff bottom. This is really funny. They see them with their high ground ward here. There's SF
But
hiding.
where are the waves and the high fives, guys? Come on now.
Yeah, we're missing some of that. The meta high ground check with the high fives, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
For sure.
they're actually trying to block here.
They both knew exactly what was going on, too. All right, well, that was a wash of, you know.
But it's good for Sebas. He wins on that trade. Losing his sentry is fine as long as he has the camp available. Ogre got no skill, but he's patiently learning, you know, he's waiting. He has one skill, that's the auto attack. It's pretty good.
He hits pretty decently hard, yeah.
Yeah, out of all heroes to give, you know, no ability on level 1, but then having extra benefits later, Ogre is the perfect one because, you know, the body is just so amazing. He can keep fighting.
Plus, got that mango on him too for that little bit of extra health regen. God, remember the meta of like, what was that, like 6 mangoes on an ogre? Ugh.
Right, the mango stacking. Unlimited mangoes in the store. The good days.
The mango tree once upon a time too.
Oh god. I miss stealing the enemy mango tree and having 2 of them in my base. That was... and then using the bug to sell the mangoes.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Ugh. We've come a long way, Dota 2. We've come a long way.
This top lane going pretty nice so far for Leviatan, it looks like. Doing good job trading. Nice damage onto the snap, and Ursa awkwardly having to tank.
I'm curious if the side of NoPing will ever be at full health with this Phoenix just constantly poking around.
Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about Dying Light being, you know, overtuned. It's sort of similar to the Witch Doctor in a way, that little bit of radiance, but it's very small AoE. It's only 450, so he has to get very close, unlike the Witch Doctor. And again, he doesn't have to pay any mana for it, so... Oh, Ursa is taking a beating here. Going a bit low.
I know. I just keep watching KP like step right up to him and smack him. Poor Chan's just like baby birding him like all these tangos.
Yeah, he's trying to keep him alive, but he's out of regen for himself. They commit? Can they even save him?
Nice little cookie hop. No, he's gonna trample right on through. He needs to do one more smack and they'll be able to find it. Will they take out Chan too? Zephyr's taking a lot of damage from his tower. They better make it worth it. And of course they have creeps now to tank, but KP?
Oh, the creeps are killing him. He's dying.
He's trying. It's like, come back here. Ah, there we go. Creeps MVP.
Yeah, that's just too big of a creep wave. And that's the danger, right? If you don't manage to kill the creeps off, then they will dive with a big wave. Exactly what happened there. Ursa even using his salve as well, so lost some extra gold right before dying.
Does not feel good, although it's going to put a little bit of aggression over onto KP. Zephyr's here, though. Doesn't have the flame spirits just yet, but has enough to make him rethink.
Yeah, mid lane we see both heroes very low as they're trading. The Searing Chain combo here does a lot of damage to the Coddle. Of course, he's holding Magic Stick and Fairy, so Stoikov knows he can't really kill him yet. Yeah, nice battle. This is a exciting mid to watch because anyone could die at any moment, but top lane, Primal gets away.
I feel like it's a little more telegraphed if Stoikov's going to die to the Keeper of the Light, though.
Yeah, definitely. It's a hard lane for Coddle. Coddle doesn't do very well against any of the Spirit heroes.
Gonna see a charge over towards the mid lane, though. As 4-minute Runes of Water's up. Stoikov will connect. Damon's just gonna say hello, run back, make sure that he can secure this other water rune.
Yeah. No bottle on the Coddle though, so it doesn't really matter that much for him, but at least no double fill for the Ember. Bottom lane, the SF is sitting pretty happily at 26 and 5 CS, and of course Ember leading the way in the middle, 28 and 5. Otherwise, the lanes are going pretty decent still. I mean, they're getting their farm on the side of NoPing. Going on SF.
Yeah, they realize that Minos is alone, so they're gonna take advantage of this, and be the TP coming in.
There's
It's gonna be a
Lotus.
little bit too late. Oh, nope, they'll be able to turn it back around. Now Oscar, no mana, low on health on both of these guys on the side of NoPing, so we'll be able to protect their Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, also has a salve that he brought to the lane, so SF gonna salve himself up. Gonna be happy. And Ember really putting the pressure on here with level 6, going behind the tower, looking for that Caudle, bullying him a bit. And we see a big level disparity. Only 5.5 on the Caudle, so there's a good timing for Radiant to make moves around.
Well, I love this, because Zephyr's over here. They know that Sebas is going to want to stack. They literally saw him, you know, going to remove the sentry ward here. And Ember
Spirit
has a
Breaker,
remnant
though.
over there. Yeah, you do see that coming. Stoikov, though, will go jump over, finds himself Sebas. Gonna need a little bit of that Icarus dive forwards after people finish
neutral.
off Zephyr. But Stoikov, he wants this. He needs just a little bit more damage. He will chase him all the way back to the tier 3s here. Not gonna be able to get a kill, though.
What? That looks so weird. Do you lose vision somehow? Searing Chains looked like they should have had the AoE, but he misses them there. Yeah, that was, you know, all in all, not that much happening as the Phoenix was denied mid-air by the Warpine Raiders.
I feel like you're fine with that. You're out of pretty much everything at that point.
Yeah, he's happy to reset. And again, Caudle had to run base, didn't stay in farm. Jungle is contested, and again, they're on him.
Making the moves, and in comes Zephyr. Throwing out those flame spirits, slowing down just a little bit. Gonna try to dodge. A nice slight will finally finish off the Keeper of the Light. But now
Snapfire looking for a
is gonna
snipe.
try to run. They'll slow him down a little bit. Sunray coming in, trying to buy a bit more time, get a little bit more damage off. Cookie hop forward. Good zip away, though. They turn their attention to Chan. They have a couple Warpine Raiders. No, not gonna be enough. They'll end up losing Stoikov, but they'll end up losing Chan, too. And it looks like Zephyr will get the bounty rune, but pay for it with his life.
Well, Demon is so happy about this. He was 2 levels behind. He was like level 2 when this fight started. Now he's level 4.5. So getting much needed recovery for himself there, as bottom lane has not been that easy.
Snapfire will also be happy with the herd mentality.
Yeah.
Getting that little extra experience feels good.
Herd mentality from Spirit Breaker.
Top lane, stomping around here. KP, they're on his way down. Only sitting at level 5 though currently, so not gonna go for the absolute kill just yet.
That's so good though, putting in the prep work like that, just bringing Ursa down to like 30% HP. Now, if Ursa comes up too aggressively, Trample coming off cooldown soon. He has to be a little bit cautious about it.
See the moves down onto the bottom lane, going after this Shadow Fiend. He's trying, but he cannot survive the assault of 4 heroes. As now Stinger realizes he's got to get the heck out of here, because Oscar's gone the hunt, sees himself an ogre. Nice little bit of a slow coming up for Chen. Cookie hop forward. He is not going to be able to escape, and that's a double kill for Sebas.
Ursa
Top
doesn't
lane,
get level 6.
though, they're seeing an opening. KP, they've got a charge on him. They could pick him up and pulverize him if he wanted to, but is choosing to play a little bit more safely.
He got his 6 there from the range creeps dying. Very, very clutch. If he didn't get it, he would have died to a pulverize, but he got it out in time.
Well, the
KP
hunt
had
is
to
on,
back.
though. They have Stoikov has joined them. We'll be able to find Chan. This is not who they necessarily would like. Oh, did he pick him up at no, looked like he was gonna pick him up almost, but
Yeah, it's
bottom lane again, Oscar. A little bit of that slow, the charge, the follow-up from Minos. Yeah. Quick and clean.
nice triple raise damage there. Gets so much. And again, the Ursa is just brawling with his Primal Beast on top. Probably doesn't want to. He just wants
Gets level
time to
6 yet?
recover.
Not yet.
Finally gonna run back to his creep wave here. Try and farm something under tower at least. Ben is gonna go for the Battle Fury route on the Ursa.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's probably still better. I mean, it is a bit greedy, but Ursa can fight with just Battle Fury too, but he can't farm very fast if he goes for fighting items.
True.
So I think it's a compromise. You don't have to full farm. Don't become anti-mage. Bottom. Nice dive.
Charge. A lot of teleports coming in here, trying to protect. That little bit of heal coming out too. End up losing the Shadow Fiend. The Slide comes out. Stoikov, though, getting bashed on the back line. Stinger just totally separated. Ember should be able to survive this, but Stinger's taking too much damage, and that's going to be a kill for HFN. A good rotation coming out from the side of NoPing.
That was beautiful. NoPing doing exactly what we've been calling earlier today, like sit behind people, set up bait, set up traps. Sebas, he was there waiting right behind the trees, and they turned that around so hard. I think that's what you have to do sometimes. You know, going for your own ganks is one thing, but counter ganks are usually way stronger if you can get fights close to your tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
TPing in top with the SB, trying to delay this tower falling a little bit. Has to be cautious,
be careful.
though.
Yeah. It's going to be able to charge away. This feels like KP's so unbothered by anything going on right now.
Primal Beast life. Yeah.
Bottom lane, HFN, though, is going to get hit here by Stinger. Tank the tower happily for Minos.
The long race.
Oh, over to the side here. Looks like they will finally get Demon, but mid lane also making moves. Just
Dear God.
left and right. I mean, this is what keeps happening, I feel, with Leviathan. At some point, every single lane will be just fighting someone.
Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, the ability to go for kills 3 different places at once, you know, obviously a solo kill for Primal Beast, he didn't need much help there, but the communication in the team has to be pretty crisp to execute ganks like this. So really good stuff coming out from them.
HFN teleporting down to the bottom lane. They do have the egg and they have the flame spirits applied to HFN, but they're backing off here. Stinger in a nice position, just gonna toss out the ignite.
Yeah, I mean, this is nighttime, so they should be happy to fight on NoPing.
They don't have PB though. Like, they need the Primal Beast, I think, if they're gonna fight into all 5 of them.
No, I meant NoPing should be happy to take the fight against Leviathan. They need some strength in numbers to take the fights now and stop the bleeding a bit. Oh no, Ursa.
But they don't have the Night Stalker with them. Ursa's so low. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's not easy to be HFN right now. It wasn't easy last game either.
No. He's such a doofy looking hero, Primal Beast. We'll see the charge come out from Demon, followed up with the Snapfire, Mortimer Kisses. It'll take a bit to take down the big beast, but they manage it.
Yeah. I mean, recognizing their kill potential, and this is twice now that KP died repeatedly, and getting him before he gets that blade mail is really nice. Obviously, after that, you have to pay a price to even try and kill him. We have an Ogre Magic Stick coming out. It's got the mana boots. Nothing significant yet. Looks like the SF is going for Yasha into Manta style here. Dragonlance already acquired. And this Ember is not going for a BKB first. He's going for a Mage Slayer build. Getting ganked top though. Good reactions.
Still have the charge on him. I'm curious, yeah, they canceled it. I was like, you don't want to go all the way down there.
Yeah, a little bit too far, but they're creating space for their Ursa. These moves that they're making are, you know, at least shielding the Ursa's territory so he can farm a bit. But they say, okay, you know what? Have top lane. We're gonna move towards bottom, look towards this tower.
A
Yeah.
little bit of bloodlust. Downside of a Keeper of the Light is that it's not easy to escape here. So they'll open up the Fire Blast, a little bit of an Icarus Stoi, a couple more things, and he is toast. Cancel out the charge over Minos, they're just gonna concede that tower.
Yeah, it's a quick tower, and now they can actually access the enemy Ancients. SF is strong enough to take down Ancients pretty fast here.
They're poking. They see Chan over here, Stoiko. Setting up. Followed up with that, yeah. Nicely done.
They tried to go again on the Primal Beast top, but didn't really manage to bring him down as well this time. They were missing that Snapfire, who was busy dying elsewhere.
Do you have a charge on him? He's so close to getting this blade mail too. He's gonna seek the safety of his tower, creep forward a little bit more, and just charge away. Teleport coming out, trying to punish them, but we'll cancel it out as they say, all right.
NS wants that Wisdom Rune. He's running for it. Can he get it? Primal
Their
Beast.
timings around this is quite nice every time.
Oh, both SF steals.
Minos. A little bit of the No Man's Land Sebas. This might be a little too greedy. Stoikov looking for the opening. He'll lose the Ogre. HFN's here. Minos gets off that Requiem of Souls. He's gonna get bounced though by Demon. This is not looking good for the Shadow Fiend with the Mortimer Kisses with HFN here. Does a lot of damage on the way out, but they'll get themselves a much-needed kill.
That is the biggest kill you could ever ask for, getting that takedown. Crucial usage there, the bulldoze. You know, Spirit Breakers, they don't have height place, but no other hero could have done that there.
No.
Well, maybe
So
some.
it's not looking good here for Ember either.
Whew. Good timing on that
Close.
cookie. He didn't get to dodge.
Double damage for Oscar. That feels good. Only 22 seconds until day, though, so
Yeah, running out.
not gonna be able to do too much with it.
It's gonna help him farm a little bit. He's just taking a chill pill and getting back to working on his phylactery as he's 200 gold away from it.
I'd like to see them group on the side of Leviathan now that they have the Blade Mail completed for KP.
Yeah, I feel like they could get big objectives. The tier 2
Yeah.
towers, even Roche, you know, gotta think about the potential for it. Do lose Zephyr here. KP, a little bit in trouble.
He's got the... He's got his own charge, the onslaught. He's out of there.
He's good.
Bottom lane, it doesn't matter that he's got this double damage. Stoikov wants this, so does Stinger. They'll finish him off.
Yeah, it's daytime after all, so farming under enemy ward. He was spotted. They make a move over there. Good ward on the cliff by Stinger, set up earlier.
And we've got the Mage Slayer completed for the Ember Spirit, and HFN has his Battle Fury now.
And HVN has migrated to try and farm Ancients repeatedly, but he's also under a ward.
This is
Stinger
what I
with
wanted
some-
to see.
Yeah, great wards by Stinger, honestly. They're, you know, this one is sneaky.
Try to slow him down a little bit. Nicely done here with that Yule setting up. Needs to be careful though, there's massive TPs coming out.
Oh, yeah.
There's gonna be that nighttime KP. He's silenced up, he's taking a lot of damage. I don't think he's gonna be able to get the Pulverize off. Although
Sebas
they
in
do
trouble?
end up fighting Axibs on the back line. Stoikov, he needs a little bit more help, I think, to finish him off, though. Look at that heal. Look at that heal coming in. Now the Mortimer Kiss is doing so much damage. The hit's over. They can't quite finish off Demon. Although that last little bit from the Icarus probably is going to be able to do it.
He could buy
Stinger
back
now
on
in
Ember.
no man's land.
He
There
bought
it
back.
is. There's that buyback. He wants it. He comes back and gets Sebas, finishing off Oscar here. HFN, he's here. Stoikov, he needs assistance. They're still holding on to the egg, I believe. No, they've already used it. Never mind. They have the Sunray, though. They have the Flame Spirits. Will be able to go and just throw the harass back out.
The disrespect from Caudle walking onto a Remnant with 200 HP on himself. Ember happily buys back.
Too
gets a
juicy.
double
Too
kill.
juicy not to.
Yeah, I mean, immediate payoff there. He gets to push a tower a bit. That is a well worth buyback.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, all the lanes are shoved in pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, this is again looking like Leviathan just wanting to take control of the majority of the farm territory, right? SF going
Look at
in.
Minos, he just walks right up to HFN.
Yeah,
No
slaps him.
fear. They just want to get rid of all this jungle, so that way he can't have it.
Yeah, they could break this tower as well. SF has a lot of right-click damage. Doesn't have the aura yet. Looks like they
No.
want to fight for it.
Yeah, no egg yet, no pulverize yet either. But they're coming up pretty soon.
The D ward by Stinger. Stinger's on point with his ward game, man. Finding all these little crucial spots.
16 seconds until egg, and pulverize is back up. So they could potentially take another fight, although it is, of course, nighttime, which makes it a little spooky, and we're seeing the rotation down to the bot lane.
Oh, it's still daytime, but yeah, the Night
Oh
Stalkers.
yeah, no, I meant, sorry, until night.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
Exactly. He has good radar though. He backs out when they TP down to the bottom. He could sense that, you know, if they're not showing anywhere else, they're probably going for me again. Night Stalker not really having a great game here. 1, 4, and 8 hasn't really been allowed to take over the game the way we sometimes see it. Still very far away from that Blink Dagger, which is going to be his big power spike. Looking towards HFN, he has 2.5k gold, and looks like BKB is going to be his item of choice. Roche is being taken by Radiant. Love to
Yeah,
see
they
this
scan
by
it.
SFs, you know, the race stacking when you take Roche. He does fail it there, but still a lot of damage.
I'm gonna throw Stinger's body up front. They know that they're on the way. Sitting so low though, can they finish it off in time? They egg very prematurely just to ensure that they can get this.
Defensive. And now
I
they're
get it.
saying, we don't know him, we don't know him.
I've never seen that man in my life.
Ogre, who? And they're running, but the chase is on. I don't know if they can catch here, though. They have great chase, but it's pretty far.
Yeah, it is quite a hike. They've already got themselves the Aegis, I think.
The two of them could connect there, but NS ulti running out soon, and the rest of the team is just not there. Well, SP and Nightstalker are like, yeah, we got him, boys. But meanwhile, Snapfire is like, wait for me.
Do you think the egg was also for like the Night Stalker, like making his way over there, like trying to counteract?
It turns off the vision, so yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the double play. It protects the Roche, but also makes sure they don't have vision to go in and snatch it away from SF
That's what I
or
was
stun him.
wondering.
That's probably a good egg. Maybe, you know, we have the bird's perspective, right? We can see everything,
Right.
but from their point of view, I think that was a very good play.
Yeah.
It just looks odd from a spectator, I guess. It's better to ulti and get the Roche for free than to hold your ulti.
No,
and then...
no, absolutely. I just wasn't sure if that was like a double whammy sort of thing. Like, okay, you know, ensure that we get the Roche, put down that just in case, because you don't want to get that silence if the next
Definitely.
one jumps on you, but also the daylight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's double value for
Zephyr?
sure.
Ooh, he was getting a little close
He's
here.
still... Okay, he's fine.
It's fine.
That is
He's not going to be a chicken dinner tonight.
a painful tormentor to take.
Well, they don't call them friendinators.
Yeah.
That's for sure. All right, so Aegis over on MNZ. HFN's continuing to farm up. Almost. Oh, he does have the BKB completed now. It's flying out to him currently.
Yeah, some
Looks
big
like
power
Blink will be his
spike.
next item.
Yeah, he still needs Blink so he can really get it on his targets. But, you know, he can just lock onto, you know, perhaps the SF. But SF wisely went for Hurricane Pike. So he knows he needs to have mobility. Ember is pretty hard to jump. Primal Beast, you know, might be the best target for the Ursa out of the remaining targets.
I like how Sebas like walks over, boops the Tormentor, and then it's just like, guys, I can't do much here.
He hits it once, like, I'm a coddle.
Not really my thing, guys.
They
I'm
do a
here
nice-
for moral support.
Nice power
He's had
spike
some
with
good heals.
the double BKB right now. Coddle having his and Ursa
yeah.
having his. Also nighttime. I feel like they should look for action on the map.
It feels like it's the other way around, though. Leviathan's really, you know, pushing them out of these corners and just being like, stay to your side of the map, guys. Even
Yeah.
less than your side of the map. Stay in your base.
Yeah, that's what's happening, but you know, there's potential for NoPing to take a fight as well. Maybe they're waiting for the
is.
Blink Dagger timing on Nightstalker, so he can actually get in there and silence targets. Because then Ember could be focused.
They also have the Aegis there, too, which I wondered is... Oh, nice. The pick up, the shake, the smackdown. We become WWE here, guys. And the instant smoke as they go for a little bit more hunting.
That should be a new cosmetics. You can buy like cosmetic for Primal Beast. He gets a chair instead, you know, out of nowhere. Pulls out a chair. Can you imagine that animation? Would be so good.
That would be great. That would absolutely be great. HFN gonna have to use it defensively. Not how you want to use it first charge of your BKB, but there we are.
At least Primal Beast still had cooldown on that
Yeah.
WWE move, so he could TP out safely.
Yeah, when he comes out of Invis, it just starts playing the John Cena music or whatever. Not looking good for Chan here. Was trying, but the pulverize, the shake up, that is some smashed snail.
Right now they're conceding like full control here, and that's, you know, when the enemy has Aegis, that's usually what you need to do. But since the advantage was only like 3k gold and they did have power spike of double BKB, I wonder if there wasn't a timing to play for. Because now they end
Just
up
too
giving up.
cautious?
Radiant's top tower.
Bottom lane, they found Oscar. And they should be able to kill an Oscar.
Stinger with the 3x multicast. He's going to buy himself a Midas as a reward for that. Ogre is going to be happy to learn some gold. Study alchemy in the learning curve.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm surprised that MNZ's been allowed to just siege these towers like this easily.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, if you're going to wait out the Aegis, it comes at a big price. They took a lot of kills and they got a lot of towers. So the advantage is growing. a lot. But you gotta make your timing count. The Night Stalker didn't go Blink. He's going BKB as well.
Oh, Sebas.
Good spots.
Oh, he goes the wrong way. He does not find him in time.
Oh. Unlucky.
Ooh, you think he knows? Do you think his spidey sense is tingling? Like, oh my god, I was almost
Nah,
pulverized.
he's just completely unaware. He's like, yeah, that was easy. And no danger.
Types easy in chat afterwards. Just
No problem. Again, Ember and Ogre just invading here.
there's just an HFN here, like while they're taking the outpost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going for a basher. Really nice here in this game.
They're setting up though. Demon's here. They see Stoikov. They need to silence him or just lock him down for long enough. Force staff away though from Stinger. Nicely played. And then we don't know this guy again, right?
Yeah,
He's
we're
gonna try to
leaving him.
TP out. The cookie hop forward though. Stinger's not gonna be able to survive this. We'll get an egg off though, plus the nice
killed him.
damage coming out. They'll end up getting the Phoenix, but they get so much more. So they'll give chase, and now Sebas has been left behind. A little bit of the stomp coming out from KP. They use the BKB. There's gonna be the hit here coming out from Demon onto the backlines, onto Stoikov. He's got that solar bind on him, but they have the dust for Demon. Should be able to walk him down.
Yeah, get him here.
A
He's
little bit
too
more
low.
damage. There it is. 3 dead on the side of NoPing, and they lose the supports on the side of Leviathan, but I think generally they're happy with that trade.
That was a huge SF ulti as well. Almost want to see that again if we get a chance to later, but they're
Yeah.
right now looking at the Night Stalker during daytime. Could maybe get onto him.
There's a blink. Yeah, they got pulverized back
They
up.
saw him.
Here they go.
He silences. A little bit of daytime
There.
silence, but the
He's
Yules.
waiting. Doesn't have the mana for that pulverize, but it's not needed, it looks like. Although, needs to get there a little bit quicker. One more hit. There it is. There it is. Almost got away.
Crossomer Cape, insanely value against Ember Spirit. He almost, surprised them there with the dodge. SF looking for something here. He has the silver edge, but Caudal TP's out. That's gonna get caught by him. Oh, we see
Here we
it
go.
here again, the combo.
Alright.
That was some huge damage they got out. As they sneak in here. First, it looked nice for them, but they clump up a lot. And the egg committing to fight it. SF from Invis. This channels a big ulti as well. Caudal tries to run away, but yeah, no way.
Oh, there was a buyback on the Spirit Breaker during that too.
Painful,
That
painful.
makes sense. Oh my gosh.
Charging into bottom, the Ember jumps to his friends. They're smoked right now on the side of Dire, looking for whatever they can get, but it's a bit awkward. It's daytime. They don't have Dark Ascension quite yet.
Look at KP.
Happy.
Happy KP PB.
Yeah, he's just stomping around, enjoying his time.
That's such a goofy hero. I love Primal Beast just because of how ridiculous he is.
Yeah, he's... that's
He's made
the
for
only
one
lovable
thing and
part.
one thing only, and it's stomping. Stoikov? A little bit of a nice
he's
gank
not- oh,
here.
no.
Should have... No, they have the remnant. He's out. He's safe. The
Snapfire
TP comes from
messed up.
Stinger. Oh, Oscar from the low ground. Oh no, Stoikov, he's stuck on top. He's gonna try to remnant himself out. Ooh.
Oh, he's playing them like a
Nicely
fiddle.
done, nicely done. Stinger is gonna get left behind again. But he saved his Ember Spirit.
Yeah, I mean,
So
you're
he's got
happy to
something.
die for your course here in Ogre. We see the Night Stalker just keeping vision of the opponents here. That Dark Ascension doing a lot. It's running out soon, and it's gonna be daytime, so don't think he's too eager to keep fighting.
No, they retreat.
Yeah, that Ember Spirit should have died bottom, but the Snapfire just didn't really align her cookie correctly. Her angle was a little bit off. Fortunately, could have been a massive takedown for them.
I will say that NoPing's doing a good job of pushing their way out onto the map because... Oh, hold that thought. KP finds himself a cookie grandma. He's got the Yules in place. They're even gonna use the Sunray to make sure.
He's on Ursa.
Oh, on the back lines here. Oh, can they finish off HFN? They have it. They've got the Yules. The double Yules play BKB. The Nullifier's out, though. They want to finish him off. Can they give up enough clicks? There it is. There it is.
No miss. He even has the Elven Tunic and High Ground there, but no miss. The SF, he just lands his auto attack. I think he would probably have died anyway. The poor Ursa couldn't get away. Nice ulti by MNC. He positioned himself a little
This
bit ahead.
Phoenix has a Nullifier.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. Oh my god. Alright, well that's a dead demon. I don't think they're going to be able to finish off Sebas, but without this Ursa alive,
This
it
build,
is so hard to...
I've seen this build before from Phoenix. It's actually one of those luxury items normally you can't buy, but think about it. You get so much armor, 10 armor, and Phoenix is one of the biggest HP pool supports. So it's insanely good for keeping yourself alive. And, you know, why not? You just click this on Ursa. He doesn't have any overpower. You can turn off the bulldoze. It's actually a genius purchase in this game.
No, it's great. I just was not expecting it. We're only 29 minutes into this game, and he's already got a Eul's, a Nullifier.
Yeah, he's overtaken the Night Stalker by 2k net worth right now. He is enormous.
Good God.
It's largely part of that, the Dying Lights. Like, he actually has 112 CS on the Phoenix.
That's true, yeah.
It kind of happens. You just walk around, you end up killing some creeps here and there.
Double damage rune bottled up here for Ember. And it feels like NoPing, they want to get something done here. They'll smoke up, stand behind HFN baiting him. They're saying, let's go try to get this tower. This mid tower has been up for way too long. We should not allow this. But the smoke is also coming out from the side of Leviathan, believing that, you know, they've got to be making moves. No one's showing. Snapfire dropping a deep ward over here on the side, but still the smoke not revealing. Stoikov, we'll see that. There's going to be the jump immediately, looking for an opening, but it's a bit clunky. Oscar perhaps going a bit too far here as he chases after the Ember. Demon left behind. A couple of big stomps here over onto the Spirit Breaker. He will be the first to fall. They're still hunting for Oscar. Not going to be able to quite land the chain, so that smoke just ultimately not being what they need it to be.
In trouble still.
Snapfire still on the run, but in comes a big primal beast. He's a big boy with that BKB. He's charging after him, picks her up, starts shaking around poor grandma. Can she get up to the high ground? The Eul's, though, coming into play. Beautifully done. That is such a dead Snapfire, and that will open up the gates here into this base.
Yeah, good presence of mind there, but KP as well could chase. There was a ward on the mid lane, so got vision for a bit on Snapfire and just runs her down. And that initiation was clunky, as you said. That's a great way to describe it, because Night Stalker doesn't have a blink still. It's one of the most key components for playing Night Stalker, I feel, is having that blink, getting on top of your opponents, forcing out stuff. But he had to like walk up onto the Ember, and it just did not have the snappy initiation that you kind of expect from your offlaner.
And I guess that's kind of like the issue with much of their draft, actually. Looking at NoPing now, is that they don't have the best way of necessarily initiating, right? Because like you've got a Spirit Breaker, but it's kind of just him.
Yeah.
So if he runs in, then how does everybody else get over there? You know, yeah, you can kind of hop forward on a couple of these heroes, but it's just not instant. You have that millisecond to like prepare.
Honestly, I feel like it's they've fallen into this pit in itemization where, oh, we all need BKBs to stay alive, but you give up your entire aggressive capabilities, right? Like you said, the Spirit Breaker is alone. You don't have Blink on Ursa, you don't have Blink on the Night Stalker, so you can't threaten the opponents. Yeah, you stay safe, but who cares about staying safe if SF just stands uncontested and you can never jump the Ember? I don't know. I don't see how they can take down the course when they go for this safe of an itemization. Also, SF is looking monstrous now. He has Butterfly, level 22, and his damage. He's hitting for 500 a pop now.
The towers are just melting around him. Finds Oscar over here on the side. There it is, the follow-up from KP. He's not allowed to farm their jungle. Absolutely not. And they smoked up over on the side of NoPing, but you don't have your Night Stalker now. Potentially, maybe you could get a grab on the Ember if you do this fast enough. They do have the Sheep Stick, so that will buy them a bit more time, but he's itemized a little defensively. Having that Eul's buys him that extra little bit. Does have the jet on him, and he's gonna have to go use that. Here it goes. Demon's gonna get taken down. BKBs. Now here comes MNZ. He's trying to gear up. He's waiting for that opportune moment. Won't be able to get the Requiem of Souls as HFN is just completely separated from the rest of his team. He gets sliced into pieces. They call GG. They've had enough. They want to just get out of this game and reset for the next time.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for them, but it was a very dominant performance here by Leviathan. And you know, we saw the Ursa there. He can't fight at all. The Nullifier from Phoenix actually turns off your